Okay, it's been about an hour and our car primer should be dry, and now we're going to do our final block sanding, I hope, to get it ready for painting. So we really don't, like I said, if you want to block sand the whole car, that's fine, but really the only areas that I'm concerned about right now are these areas that we did the body work in. So you've seen me primer it, and I just put a light guide coat over the top of it and let it sit for a couple hours. Now I'm moving down to about 320 sandpaper dry, with my little pencil eraser, and I'm just going to work on these little areas that we did the body work on. Just work across them, and you sand it until all the guide coat is gone. This black guide coat primer that I'm working on is a little spongy. It wants to plug up my paper really fast. The only areas that I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to concentrate on are going to be these areas that we did the body work in. Now, if you wet sanded this would be a little, your sandpaper won't plug up so much, but it's kind of a mess, and it's kind of hard for me to do it here on the video. There we go. Now we got that one little area right there. As you can see, it's nice and flat and ready to see a little bit of a crease there, so I'll sand this a little bit more. Maybe we'll put another little cleaner piece of sandpaper on there. This is, like I said, just DA paper. I use it because it's got a little bit of sticky back to it. I absolutely cannot feel that seam that was there. And we would do the same thing back in here, and I'll go ahead and sand those areas up, and then show you what I do next. So I did go ahead and wet sand the rest of this just because my primer was a little bit soft and it sanded faster wet. But basically all we did was just went over this with 400 and then went over it with a fine sponge. And it cut through in a few areas like this. If you wanted to reprimer that with some of the lacquer primer and then just come back and sponge it up, you could. The reality is the sealer should hold all this down. But this one is ready to just take into the paint booth, and I would spray a layer of sealer on it. And then I would spray a layer of black over the entire car, and then I will put on the window masks, which are will come along with the kits. I'll show you what they look like. Okay, in case you were wondering what this strip of yellow that came along with the car is, that's the masks for masking the windows. Like I said, I would seal this car with whatever color sealer you're going to use, and then I would spray the entire with like a black base coat. And then I don't peel these off like this, but there really is window stickers and decals on this mask. Okay, all of your stickers are on there. When this is all painted, when the car is all painted black, and the paint dries, of course, then I take the stickers and I would install them in their appropriate hole. Make sure that it lays down nice and flat everywhere. You might have to trim it a little bit, maybe. Then I spray the base color of the car over the entire car. Then I come back in and remove all the masks that we've put on. So now you should have black windows, black headlights, all these places where the stickers go into, and then after all the masks are removed, then you spray a clear coat over the entire car. Then if you're satisfied with that, then you're good to go. If not, let that clear set for a couple days, color sand it with like some 600 grit, and then lay another coat of clear over it. It'll help to smooth down the edges where the masks were, And it'll also give you a chance in case some of your body work didn't turn out the same way that you wanted it to. Use this little rubber block with some 600 grit wet dry sandpaper and work those little areas. And if you don't cut down into the clear, or I'm sorry, if you don't cut into the color, when you lay your next coat of clear over the top of it, it'll just blend that out and you won't see it. So that's how we paint the cars, and hope you enjoyed the video.